Y'all know nothing about this. You need to pay attention. Sit back and relax. It's time for Goodall's Country Kitchen.
All right, we're here, Shelbyville Road in the Middletown area at Eat A Pita. I'm going to talk more about that restaurant in a second, but I've got to cover a couple things. First of all, John Snyder, he follows my channel, reached out to me this week and offered to meet me for a lunch and help with the camera work, which, by the way, if it wasn't for John making that offer, I wouldn't be out doing this as soon as I'm doing today. I had not planned on doing a review for about a month, but you know, with one hand, it's hard to do that. But John, thanks to his generosity, I'm back in action today. John just recently moved here from Utah. Been following my channel for a couple years since they started scouting out moving to Louisville, so I appreciate that. Another big shout out, there's a couple that contacted me last week, Miranda and Brandon Phelps, came all the way from Shepherdsville to purchase a shirt for Brandon's father, Tony Phelps. And it turns out that Tony is a big follower of my channel and watches every episode. So Tony, I appreciate you watching, and it really touched my heart that your son and daughter-in-law reached out to get you that shirt. All right, so I was coming through this area the other day, and I've been in the mood for some Mediterranean food. So I'd never been to Eat A Pita before, and I gotta be honest with you, I thought it was a national franchise, but I had no idea until I stopped in here the other day and talked to the employees. It's a family-owned, operated establishment with 2 locations. The original one is on Bardstown Road, opened up 1995. So the family has been in business for almost 30 years. And, you know, I really didn't know much about it, but then when I had the food the other day, it was incredible. And I told myself then, I said, I'm definitely coming back here to do a review. So we're gonna talk more about, you know, what really drew me in when we get in there and order our food. But let me just say right now, disclaimer, big guys, you're gonna definitely wanna stick around and watch this, because this is the place for you. All right, John and I, we're gonna go in and check it out and see what we can get. All right, before I order my food, I wanna show you around. All right, by the way, this building used to be originally a Taco Tico. Used to go here when I was in high school. Anyway, you can see just a wide open dining room. One thing I like is you have fountain cokes. You can serve yourself. And speaking of serve yourself, that's how this place is set up. It's self-serve. You come on in, you come down the line. You got the menu boards on here. You check it out. You get what type of item you want, what kind of meat you want, and what toppings. They also have an extended menu where you can get kebabs and appetizers, which I'm going to be getting a couple of those. I'm going to show you side items, and then all kinds of extras. And they even have a kids menu. You know, we're not limited to just big guys like me. Anyway, they got a story here. Like I said, they've been open since 1995. That tells about it. And a lot of good stuff. So then when you're ready to order, you come up here, you place your order here. You can see they got some hot things, and then they cook their kebabs right there on the open charbroil flame. And after you make your order and they get your protein, your meat, you tell them what you want, what you see here, all kinds of fresh toppings to choose from. I see they got tabbouleh and hummus and baba ganoush and all kinds of great Middle Eastern fresh toppings. All right, see a young man back there chopping up some chicken. fresh off the grill. All right, we'll be back in just a minute after we order our food. Okay, see there, they got the fresh gyro meat there. She's shaving off. So you know you're getting it good and fresh here. Which of course I got a gyro along with some other stuff. I want to know if the falafel is fresh. Let me just show you. She's making up those falafel balls right there and putting them in the deep fryer. I'll tell you more about the falafel in just a minute. All right, so I'm going to start off with a couple appetizers. You know, this, everybody thinks that Mediterranean food is like Greek food. Well, I did a little research, and it could be Greek. It could also be any of the countries along the shoreline of the Mediterranean. But this place, Eat A Pita, has a good Middle Eastern influence also, which I'm showing here with the grape leaves and the baba ganoush. Okay, the grape leaves typically are filled with meat and rice, which most of the time is beef, could be lamb, or it could be vegetarian. I didn't even ask when I ordered the grape leaves to see what was inside them. But let me go ahead and give it a try. Oh, and they're also baked in olive oil. So even if it's just vegetarian, baked in olive oil, it's gotta be good. Okay, it's got beef in it. I can see the beef in there. All right, so I ordered some tahini sauce. I'm gonna dip this in. That is excellent. Definitely get you some tahini sauce on the side for dipping purposes. Okay, next appetizer, baba ganoush. First of all, I love that name, the way the word baba ganoush just rolls off your tongue there. But anyway, baba ganoush is primarily made out of eggplant, olive oil, and seasonings, which I think it has some like coriander, and of course some lemon juice in there. And of course there could be other seasonings too. And of course we get to dip it with some of this fresh baked pita bread. It's got a little smoky flavor to it and a little spice. I think what they do is they flame broil the eggplant, and it kind of gives it, and they take the skin off, of course, but then it gives it that little smoky flavor. So this is definitely excellent. That's probably paprika there on the top. All right, definitely recommend both of these items for appetizers. Be back in just a minute. We're going to start getting into the fat guy stuff. All right, so I'm going to start off with the gyro, which I told you I was going to tell you later about what attracted me so much to this place. They have 3 different size pita sandwiches, gyros, whatever. This pita sandwich is the gyro, and they call this size the Hercules. You can get small, medium, or Hercules. So of course, you know, fat guy like me, I'm going Hercules, which, how fitting they call it Hercules, you know, a Greek mythology character that can like lift up, you know, the world. Of course, this is fit for Hercules to eat right here. So I've got, of course, the fresh shaved gyro meat with fixins. I got tabbouleh, red pepper, onion, lettuce, and the tzatziki sauce and feta cheese. So I got a conglomeration of stuff here. Oh, kind of tough to eat with one arm. I can only get my one hand up so high.
Work through it.
That is so good. It's got so much flavor going through there. And that Euro meat, for y'all that don't know, typically Euro meat is made out of lamb and beef. And it's got a nice heavy spice to it. Goes great with all those other fixings. And then, of course, they make their own pita bread, fresh bread that they toast. So you can't go wrong here. Definitely got to get you a Hercules Gyro when you come here. Be back in just a minute, and I got a surprise item which my typical followers probably won't believe I got. But if you're going to go Middle Eastern, this is a must item coming up here. I'll be back in just a second. All right, so John's going to start in on his first item, which he ordered the Zeus Fries. We don't know exactly what's on them, except for you can definitely tell it's got some sort of cheese melted over them, and there sure isn't any shortage.
No, there's plenty, so here we go.
Looks like some fresh parsley chopped up on there.
It's a...
And the fries look cooked well,
yeah,
too.
there's onion in there, and there's the cheese. I'll tell you what, it's very, very good, but it's more mild tasting than I thought. I had a feeling it's going to have a lot of garlic.
Oh, that wouldn't have been bad on my entree. I love garlic and onion.
There is garlic on there. This is good.
You know, in Lebanon, they call onion Lebanese apples. You know, it's just such a staple in a, Middle Eastern diet.
This is very, very tasty.
Okay.
And they give you plenty.
Yep. Is that a large portion, or is it just a regular? Okay. All right. That's just the regular child's portion, folks. So, as I said, disclaimer, big guy alert. Definitely want to get the cheese fries.
Yep.
All right, we'll be back with some more items in a minute. And as I said, I've got a surprise item for some of you folks that it's going to be definitely against the grain for me. Be back in just a second. All right, so John's getting into his next item. He got a steak wrap, which you got the small?
This is the children's side.
The child's portion? Okay. Well, look how big the daggone child's portion on. If that don't weigh 2 pounds, I'll change my name to Billy Jack.
So here we go.
All right, and I saw that steak. They were cooking it back around that charbroiler fresh. Oh, yeah. Got some red pepper on there. Looks like some tzatziki sauce, or is that tahini? Tahini sauce.
Yeah, tahini.
Yeah,
this
okay.
Is very good. And it's plenty. You can pretty much choose whatever kind of toppings you want on there. Mm-hmm. So there's everything from jalapeno to, I put some black olive because I love black olives. Red pepper, and different beans and different rices you can choose from.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Very good.
A vegetarian would have a field day in here because they have so many toppings to choose from. You could just have a pita wrap with just a bunch of their toppings and stuff. But of course, John and I are carnivores, so we got to have that meat in there.
That's good.
All right, so I'll be back in just a second, and I'm going to show off my last item. Maybe my last item. You never know. I might have to go for dessert because I saw the baklava up there, so I might have to taste that too. Be back in just a second. All right, so here it is. As I said, this isn't, typical of what you all would see me get because I'm a carnivore, but I got the falafel, which, if you know what falafel is, you know it's vegetarian. It's comprised primarily of chickpeas with other spices. Could have some green onion in there, coriander, I think, spice, but they make it into balls. As I showed you, the young lady earlier was making falafel balls before she threw them in the deep fryer. And it had like a greenish color to it before it was deep fried. I think that's because of the parsley and green pepper. But I'm gonna go ahead and bite into this before I put the sauce on it. See? Got that green inside. You can make this with a pita and make it a sandwich, or you can make it a bowl with a salad, which is what I did. And of course, I got the is it tahini or tahini sauce? I don't even know.
I believe it's tahini.
Tahini.
That's how I've heard it.
All right, of course, it wouldn't be the first time I sounded like an idiot trying to pronounce international things. I try to stay away from trying to act like I know their languages and stuff, because I think that insults people when you come off like a clown. And then, of course, I got the other stuff like the different side items. Oh, it's got rice in there too, I forgot. The yellow rice. And it's got tabbouleh salad on top of that. And I got their hummus. You can't go to a Middle Eastern place or Mediterranean without trying the hummus. And I got chickpeas sprinkled all over it. Red pepper, onion. Of course, I had to get that onion. But as I was saying before, this place has the definite Mid-Eastern influence. You'll find falafel just about in every Middle Eastern country. It's one of the staples in their cuisine. Which, yeah, you can come here and get Greek items like gyros and things like that. But if you want some good Middle Eastern food and you live in the Middletown area, you don't have to go all the way down to Bardstown Road or Old Buchel, the International Mile, which I've showed y'all some places down there. You come right down Shelbyville and Hirschburn Lane and get it right here. That is so good. Never thought I'd like anything. It was just vegetarian. But you get some of these international restaurants and vegetarian isn't so bad. All right, I'll be back in just a minute. All right, I just got through talking to the owner, Mo, and got a little backstory. His family is of Palestinian descent, lived in Jordan, came here, lived in New York, moved to Louisville. The dad passed the business down to the son. Like I said, it's mom and pop operation, and they have the 2 locations. Mo, the owner, nice as he can be. I have enough food left over. I could probably feed my family. John, what'd you think of your food?
It was awesome. The food was, it's all authentic, and they give you plenty of choices. I mean, you can build these things any way that you want. There's every type of add-on that you can think of, proteins, vegetables, stuff like that. So, I mean, I was totally impressed, enjoyed the meal, and I'd highly recommend anybody to come have a meal here.
All right, let me touch back on I talked at the beginning about the couple that came out and bought a t-shirt from me. John got him a t-shirt today. Appreciate that.
Yep.
I like for people to come and meet me, pick up the shirt in person if you want. It's great to get to meet my subscribers, followers. And speaking of subscribe, I need everybody hit the subscribe button and notification bell. That helps out these mom and pop places, helps me, gets me extra views and things. But anyway, yeah, I like to get out and meet people that watch my channel. So if you want to buy a t-shirt, message me through Facebook, Messenger, or Instagram. I'd be glad to meet you in person if you can come out to the Middletown area and we can meet up and, get acquainted and everything. All right, so like I said, everything was great. If you like Mediterranean, Middle Eastern food, you definitely need to get here. It's as good as any in town, and y'all don't know nothing about this Eat A Pita.
Now you know the facts of why I'm on a mission. You're always welcome back to Goodall's Country Kitchen.